Hello friends, today we study the veterinary anatomy. I have decided to make the lectures on the veterinary anatomy and all the ahdp courses subjects, because when I study the ahdp 2-year diploma courses, I get to know that there is no lectures and no videos available in English medium. So I have been decided to make the videos in English medium lectures and English medium content, so that as student as like me, they can get the English notes. So here we go. First, let me study the first subject, which is veterinary anatomy. It is ASGB first year subject. So here we go. Veterinary anatomy. Basically, veterinary anatomy is a program focusing on the scientific study of structures of small and large animals, like cellular, organ, tissue, body structure, and their relation to physiological functions, disease, treatment, and therapeutics, and etc. So, veterinary anatomy is related to the veterinary. So, can we first divide it into this veterinary anatomy into the two parts, microscope and gross anatomy? So, veterinary, which is related to animals, and anatomy is the basic study of tissue plus organ. So, the anatomy is divided into the microscopic and gross anatomy. Microscopic anatomy is related to the microscopic structure and study of any organisms like cells and tissue, which can only be observed by the microscopic view. So, first cell study is known as cytology, whereas the tissue study is known as histology. Tissue is given by the Bicat and the histology word is given by the Mayer. So, let me go into the second part, which is gross anatomy. Gross anatomy is much wider word or wider term, which is used in the terms of anatomy, because it actually or it basically means in the organs or the tissues which can be seen by naked eyes, so that we can study these organs in gross anatomy. So first one was bones. Bone study is known as osteology, whereas second one is ligaments. Ligament study is known as desmology. Cartilageous study is known as chondrology, and the muscle study is known as myology. Visceral organ study is known as plankiology. Sense organ study is known as aesthesiology. Blood circulatory system study is related to the angiology, and the nervous system is studies related to the neurology, which means to their brain and nervous system and neurons and etc. The endocrine gland study is known as embryology. Endocrine glands basically means these glands which are ductlets. They secrete their product like hormones and etc. directly to the blood. For example, in human beings and in animals also, there are seven endocrine glands. For example, pineal, pituitary, thyroid, hypothalamus, parathyroid, pancreas, or like glands, ovary and testes, which are reproductive glands. So these seven are included into the endocrine glands, and the study of endocrine gland is known as embryology. And last one was joint study, and the joint study is known as arthology and syndesmology. Both terms are used for the joints. So recall this very clearly. Let me clear it out. Joint study is known as arthology. Second one is skeleton system. We study the skeleton system on the basis of position. They have divided into the two parts. First one was exoskeleton and second one was endoskeleton. Exoskeleton, as we know, exoskeleton is the outermost layer and outer things, outer skeleton. Basis of outer skeleton, we divide the system, and first we study it is includes mainly the non-vertebrates. So it is mainly made up of chitin, which is form of carbohydrate. And note their existence in the wall, the whole world existence. The cellulose is present in highest amount. For example, the leaves and plants have cellulose, and the chitin like the algae layer and etc. have chitin. So then the wall existence, as we can see in the term of wall, the first one was cellulose and the second one was chitin. Residual of exoskeleton in vertebrates. So basically exoskeleton is studied in the terms of non-vertebrates, but when we talk about vertebrates, some residual parts are present in of exoskeleton. In vertebrates are hoof, nail, wings, hair and etc. And these are made up of keratin protein. It is a protein by which these organs are formed. So now we study the endoskeleton. Endoskeleton is basically made up of bones and cartilage. Endo means inner, so the inner skeleton or the innermost skeleton is basically divided into bones and cartilage. So there are three, as we know, the origin have endoskeleton origin is mesoderm. Let me clear it out. When the baby is born, baby is going to born, the germ layers are divided into the three parts. First one was ectoderm, second one was mesoderm, and third one was endoderm. So ectoderm forms the nervous systems, or the ectoderm is basically forms, it is the innermost layer. Middle layer was mesoderm. Mesoderm forms the epithelial cells, gastrointestinal tract, and etc. Whereas the endoderm is the outermost layer which form the lining of tubes with the body, for example digestive system and etc. So our internal layer is also made up of mesoderm. So let me study first the functions of endoskeleton, then we go into the details. So here we go. First one was basic structure and basic backbone. Endoskeleton provides the basic backbone related to the skeleton of an animal. So it provides basic the skeleton to an animal body or human body. We can talk in the both terms. Second one was speed up of the body. Speed up body means it provides the mobility to the body and movement to the body so that the body can move. And third one was providing hearing ability. Here will we go. This is the structure of ear. For example, this is was malleus, incisus, and stapes. Stapes is the smallest bone in the body. Malleus was hammer shaped. It is look like hammer, so it is known as hammer shaped bone. And incisus was middle part of these both bones. So provides hearing ability. Malleus is hammer shaped. Second one was incisus, and third was stapes bone, which amplify the vibrations. So amplify means to increase and strength of the voice, and it actually related to the extent of voice. For example, when we talk normally and when we apply mic to that, so the voice get amplified and voice sound get extended or strengthened up. So it is usually help to amplify the vibrations. Note, there was a note that the smallest bone of body is stapes, as we know. The strongest, longest and largest bone of the body is known as femur. Femur is the largest bone of the body. And when we talk in the terms of four limbs, there was humerus. So let me clear it out. When we talk about the whole body organism terms, then we call it femur. And when we talk into the term of four limb, it is related to the humerus. So largest and longest body in four limb is humerus. Fourth one was help in talking. It is help in talking. For animals we have larynx, and in birds we have syrinx. So these are sound producing organisms in the body individually. Fifth was blood cell formation in bone marrow. Let me clear it out. This is our bone, okay, and this is our bone marrow. This is bone marrow. The hollow part of the bone is known as bone marrow. So the bone marrow form the RBC. So this bone marrow includes this structure, and this bone marrow form the RBC. There's written RBC. So sixth one was minerals and salts. It provides the minerals and salts. In body, the highest storage of mineral is, for example, calcium takes place in the bones. So the highest storage of calcium also takes place in the bones. So today we have to complete it in the skeleton system. Next to the skeleton system, we continue to the next lecture. Thank you. Bye.